Denver Elementary School is planning to teach the, quote, guiding principles of Black Lives Matter to its kindergartners and first graders. According to flyers, the curriculum will teach students subjects like this: restorative justice, transgender affirming, queer affirming, and globalism. Here to react is the co-author of Black Eye for America, How Critical Race Theory is Burning Down the House, Carol Swain. Carol, welcome to the show. You're the perfect guest to have on this topic. So this school says, look, we're not promoting BLM, we're just, using their guiding principles to teach our kids about diversity. You know a lot about BLM and their principles. Why should parents be wary of this?
Well, before we talk about their agenda, I'd like to thank them for giving us a prime example of university-level ideas being distilled to our children in K through 12. They keep telling us CRT is not being taught in the public schools. Yes, it is. Restorative justice, trans-affirming, gender-affirming, all of these ideas are university-level ideas that come from critical theory, critical queer theory, critical feminist theory, critical race theory. And so I want to get that out first. Exhibit number one.
Yes,
so
absolutely, you're right. I was just going to say, you're right. They were especially forthright with what they're doing. I think a lot of parents aren't going to get a flyer telling them that their kids are being taught queer affirming theories and critical race theory and globalism. I mean, I've got a kindergartner. There's no way he can understand that concept. I don't get it. But why should parents be really wary of this? What is this? Is this Marxism?
Okay.
What is the end goal here?
It's indoctrination of our children. And if you look at what they're telling our children, I mean, those ideas, if they absorb those ideas, for some of them, their lives will be destroyed. And so these are progressive ideas. Children lack the critical thinking skills to be able to process it. And unless parents are vigilant, it would just create all kinds of confusion. The children are also told with the gender affirming that they have a right to choose their own gender, that they should rely on their hearts and minds. But the hearts and minds are being indoctrinated by progressive professors, teachers, and some of the students don't know what's taking place. The parents will not know. And so it is very dangerous. And it got into the schools because BLM presents itself as caring about racial justice, and racial reconciliation, but their agenda is an agenda that was developed by two women that say that they're trained Marxists, two women who embrace their queerness. And so that's the real agenda. It's not about racial reconciliation, and I think a lot of black parents would be horrified if they actually knew what Black Lives Matter organization was really about.
Yeah, they got a lot of money right after the George Floyd riots. Corporations really filled the coffers of BLM, and they went right into creating this curriculum that we're now seeing distributed to our schools. Really quick, Carol, do you think that parents, as we talked about, they're not always going to be very forthcoming that this is being taught? What's the answer for them? Should they assume that it's being taught? And, there's a lot of people saying we should just take kids out of this system, that it's not reformable. Is it?
Well, I can tell you that the Fox Nation series, The Miseducation of America, is something that I highly recommend for all parents, and it's streaming now. But parents have to protect their children. You can know whether it's being taught, and if it's being taught, it's dangerous for your child and for everyone else's child. It doesn't belong in the public schools.
Absolutely. Well, Miseducation of America is a wonderful series on Fox Nation, and you did a real service by working with Pete, our colleague and friend, on that. I highly encourage everybody to go to Fox Nation to watch it. Thank you. More Fox and Friends coming up.